Hi guys, this is Dells. I'm here to show you some helpful rogue macros that might get you into the rogue biz a little easier, make your life a little less complicated. First one I'll go over is my most used. I use it every time I go into stealth. It's slash cast space open bracket combat close bracket space gouge semicolon space stealth. What this does is, if you're not in combat, it'll stealth you. If you're in combat, it'll use gouge. So I'm using it now. Stealth. I'll get myself in combat. Use it. After subterfuge wears off, and there's the gouge. So that saves you a button right there. We got one for mutilate spec that. If your target is above 35%, it will use mutilate. If it's below 35%, it will use dispatch. Or if you get the proc for the free dispatch, it'll use the dispatch instead of the mutilate as well. So I'm going to go up to this 100% dummy over here. It's going to use mutilate. I just got the mutilate, free proc. There's the free proc for dispatch. All the four other lines there are just bonuses. The third line there is the only one that really matters because I'm engineering, and that'll use my synapse springs. Here's my sap macro. Show tooltip sap, clear target. Basically what this macro, I'm not going to read all that out, but I'll zoom in on it for you. You can pause the video if you want to type it all out. Basically what this macro does is it switches targets. If you say you're looking for a rogue in stealth, you can find that rogue and maybe find a second rogue or a second stealth class or something. You know, maybe find a rogue on the way to your primary sap target. So I'll use it real fast. See, it's switching targets. I'm not tabbing at all. So if these were sappable, that would sap that, and it would automatically switch to the next target and sap it as well. Any macro that you have, you want to put start attack in it, slash start attack,
Spectral guys,
so that it doesn't wait for you to have the energy to use that ability before you start auto attacking, because a lot of your damage comes from auto attacks, not just specials. Let's see, belts. Okay, burst of speed. Until recently, you could use burst of speed and rocket boots at the same time. Well, they fixed that. Other classes can do it, like Angelic Feather and Rocket Boots at the same time, or Rocket Boots and, fucking whatever that flame thing that mages have. They can use that shit at the same time, go super fast. Well, they nerfed rogues. They said, oh, rogues are having too much fun. So basically, you can't use Rocket Boots while Burst of Speed is available or active. So you need a cancel or a macro for either sprint or burst or rocket boots if you have burst of speed up. So say you're chasing someone and they use their rocket boots. Well, you've already applied your burst of speed. Well, you can press this macro here and cancel burst of speed, making rocket boots available. So I'll go ahead and put up a brand new burst of speed and then rocket boots right afterwards. Let's see, I think I'm going to have to switch into my sub-spec for the next macros. Put on the appropriate poisons.
Mass Spellblade Storm.
Okay, first macro is going to be my in-stealth Shadow Dance macro. And let me just find it. Alright, in-stealth Shadow Dance macro. Still looking for it. There it is. Okay, show tooltip. Slash cast sequence reset equals 13. Since premeditation, mark for death, and Shadow Dance are more than a minute long, more than 13 seconds long. 13 is an appropriate number for that. So it's slash cast sequence reset equals 13, premeditation, slice and dice, garrote, cheap shot, eviscerate, mark for death, eviscerate, 2 eviscerates in a row, essentially. Shadow dance, ambush, eviscerate, cheap shot, eviscerate. So a lot of eviscerates, that's where your big damage comes from. Also uses gloves just in case you're engineering. You can also use shadow blades with that for extra damage. And
Berserker range.
there on a shadow dance, not bad. I also have one for when you're out of combat, or sorry, out of stealth, and that is right here. So pretty much this is after you've been in combat for a minute, your initial shadow dance has been used, and you wanna do a shadow dance out of stealth. So let's just put up a couple exposed weaknesses. Maybe a slice of dice, a rupture, and a hemorrhage. Got 5 combo points now. And I'm gonna wait for full energy, then I'll cheap shot and use that macro. Quite as good as the opening, but 2.18 million without shadow blades. Plenty damage. All right, next macro is going to be my garrote, my garrote and slice and dice macro. This will save you another button. It's slice and dice, garrote, and premeditation, which the premeditation only works with sub-spec. But say you're out of stealth and you have a combo point on a target. Use this macro and it will slice and dice. If you're in stealth, and sub-spec of course, use this macro and it'll put, well, the teleport to target thing. But if you're, say, another spec like assassination, you can go into stealth, garrote, and slice and dice right afterwards. Essentially saving your button, basically. But the premeditation works from sub-spec as well. That's pretty much all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.